You are welcome to my YouTube channel. Please, if you are new on this channel, subscribe by hitting the subscription button so that you'll be abreast of my subsequent uploads of video as they are being pushed to my platform. So please comment, like. Thank you very much. So this episode will be about how to run a fast marathon. Running a fast marathon is very important. So there are two goals in a marathon race. Are you preparing for this marathon as a fun runner just to finish the marathon, or you want to compete for the prize? So if you belong to the first category of just running the marathon to complete the marathon, then it's a different philosophy to wanting to run the marathon to compete. So but this episode is about running the marathon to compete, so for the main prize, to run your personal best. So the strategy of to running a fast marathon is to break your marathon into segments, into 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, half marathon, then full marathon. So the first 5 kilometer will be that although you are preparing for a marathon competition, but you assume that you are preparing for a 5 kilometer race. So assuming you have 5 months to prepare, the first month the preparation should be such that you are preparing for a 5 kilometer. The strategy in that is for you to be able to run the fastest 5k. So the technique is assuming that you are preparing for a 5 kilometer will be such that your mileage will be reduced. You increase your mileage gradually. So if you are on 80 miles a week runner, then preparing for a 5 kilometer race will mean that the first month will be 25 miles, meaning that your mileage will be reduced while you incorporate your interval section and your fartlek section, so that at the end of that month, that 4 weeks, first month, preparing for 5k race, you would have been able to increase your personal best in 5 kilometer. If you just start all of a sudden by increasing your mileage, although your mileage will increase, you build the endurance, but the fatigue that the muscle would have been susceptible to may not make you to be able to run a fast 5k. But if you increase your mileage gradually while incorporating tempo, interval and interval section and fartlek, that will make you to be able to run a fast 5k. So if before your 5k is run at 20 minutes 5 kilometer, by that strategy you would have been able to run it at 18 minutes. So when that phase is achieved, we now move to the second phase, to assume that you are preparing for 10 kilometer. So you increase from 25 miles a week gradually to 30, 35 miles a week in the second month. So by that strategy also, your mileage is being increased gradually, because you assume that you are preparing for a 10 kilometer. So it is your tempo, your interval session and your fartlek that will make you to be able to run the fast 10k. Although don't forget, our goal is a marathon. So by that you have achieved in running a fast 10 kilometer. So if before you are on 40 minutes 10 kilometer, that strategy would have made it to be reduced to 36 minutes for your 10 kilometer. Then when that phase is achieved, the third phase is to assume that you are preparing for a half marathon. So by that you now graduate your mileage from 35 miles to about 60 miles in the third week. So assuming, so that your mileage now will now also be increased gradually, and while your interval, tempo and the fartlek are also incorporated. That will now graduate you to being able to run a fast half marathon. Then at the 4th, the 5th week, that mileage, the 80k between the 4th and the 5th week is when that 80k mileage will now, take place, such that your mileage has also increased, your interval, your tempo and fartlek are also incorporated. So all this, by the race, the 2 weeks, by 3 weeks to the race, you now scale down the mileage, while the tempo interval session also are still incorporated, but you reduce them. For example, if you have been on a 15 times 400, so 3 weeks to the marathon race will reduce it to maybe 10 times 400 meters. Likewise for the fartlek also. So gradually before the race day, you'll be able to also taper, to that race, and by that strategy will suffice to be able to run, a fast marathon. This strategy is so phenomenal in such a way that what most runners do is, you have a 5 months plan, and you just start from the first month. You start increasing the mileage. Second, third month, you increase your mileage, not progressively, but believing that it's all about miles. Yeah, miles is good, but just increasing mileage has to be increased methodically. Increasing mileage aggressively will just put on unnecessary stress on the body. So what that means is that you will not be able to run fast 5k, fast 10k, half marathon, but although you'll be able to finish the marathon race. But don't forget, the philosophy is for you to be able to run a fast marathon. So, and this is really going to assist. But for fun runners whose philosophy is just to finish, just increase mileage gradually also, while few of this interval session will also be incorporated. So by and large, in conclusion, is that running a fast marathon is good, but it has to be methodical in such a way that the marathon race has to be segmented, so that the more you are able to run fast 5k, fast 10k, fast half marathon, that will dovetail into you running a fast marathon. So thank you very much for following me. So don't forget to hit the subscription button so that you'll be abreast of my subsequent video. So like, and also put comments and ask questions on the comment section, and see you on my next video. Thank you.